Strength is crucial. You improve your balance. You fall less. Life becomes easier because you can maintain lifting things, moving things, pushing things, pulling things. You can do the things that you want to for as long as you want to. And that's what it's all about. We look at the work that Trinity have done with Professor Roseanne Kenny, who've had her on the show a couple of times, who says that you should exercise more as you get older and not less. That's exactly the case. You should exercise more and not less. But we're often afraid to do that. So let's have a look at aging and how it actually happens. From our mid-30s, we begin to get older. It isn't just that you wake up in your 40s and all of a sudden things are sore, things are tender. You're stiffer after the five-a-side football or after the gardening than you used to be. This is all a biological process. We do begin to age from our mid-30s. From a bone density perspective, a muscle mass perspective, a fat mass perspective, they all begin to change. Also, that coincides with life. Life changes. It gets busier. Chances are in your 40s, that window between mid 30s and probably early 50s is a phenomenally busy time for most people. And also, the environment that we live in is sedentary. It's increasingly asking us to be sedentary. It's nudging us towards that. And trying to be healthy and trying to age better is actually very difficult because it's a decision. I've said it many times and I'll say it again. When I come into the studio here, I get the train up to Houston Station. It's about, although myself and JJ, my producer, have a race of who can do it faster. That's how sad real health is. But it's about half an hour from here as a very fast walk. But I have a choice when I get off the train. I have been sitting for 2.5 hours. Yesterday's a prime example of that. I met this lovely guy on the train. We're chatting away about lighthouses. Really geeky. It's one of my passion subjects. And as I get off, he said, would you like a lift? Where are you going? He said, I'm going up to Georgia Street. I'm going to meet a friend for dinner. Do you want a lift? I'll drop you in the car. I said, actually, no, I'm going to walk. I've been sitting for 2.5 hours. I need to move. And so I walked from there to Georgia Street, 35 minutes, had my dinner, and then walked to the hotel. That was a choice. Society is trying to nudge us all to a more sedentary version of that, which is taking the lift or jumping on the Lewis or jumping on the bus or getting a taxi. But I chose to move to try and keep myself, stronger. So it can be that simple. So from your mid-30s, you are aging. 40s, it speeds up. 50s, it speeds up. And obviously 60s and 70s, it accelerates unless you begin to counteract that. As part of that process, we talked about it before, muscle mass and fat mass. You're losing muscle mass, you're gaining fat mass. How do you know? A Smart Scales. Every listener to the show should own a Smart Scales. You should all know your numbers in terms of muscle mass, fat mass, metabolic age testing, and do that on a regular basis, once a week, same time, same day, in around a Wednesday is pretty good, because if you've had some fun over the weekend, Wednesdays are kind of, it's plateaued back to normal. And you can track your aging that way. If you're beginning to lose muscle mass, you need to move more. You need to up your protein intake. We'll talk about food in a minute. But it's knowing those numbers is really important. If you can maintain them in your 40s, you're healthier. We gain on average a stone a decade. If you can maintain your weight over that decade, guess what? You're healthier. You're going to age better. You're going to reduce your risk factors for getting sick. That's how important that measurement piece is. But the weight on its own is a pretty poor indicator, as is BMI. You need to know muscle mass and you need to know fat mass. So get a Smart Scales and track that, because you're not doing it for vanity. And maybe vanity is your goal, but you're not really. You're doing it for aging. You want to live better. So by tracking that, it's the simplest way to monitor through the decades as you age. The beauty of that is that then you can change it. So you've made, hopefully, the conscious awareness now that you want to age better. You're listening intently. You're making some notes as I chat. And you've realized, okay, I need to track it. Brilliant. You're going to do that. So then let's take it one step further. What do you do? Well, first you have to move more. That's not obvious to most people. A couple of different ways. You've got to move more on a life level. We call it OTMs, or opportunities to move. So that's my train station story. Or gardening, housework, lifting logs, moving things, pushing trolleys, pushing anything, taking the stairs as opposed to lifts and escalators. Those OTMs stack up, and they're not exercise. It's not, but it's movement. Think back to the stronger for longer, or the use it or lose it kind of scenario. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So by using your body, you're keeping it strong. OTMs are simple choices and simple decisions that you make on a daily basis to keep yourself stronger. It's not rocket science. Lift the bags, lift the shopping, lift the stuff. Gardening is amazing for it. When you think about gardening, you're lifting stuff, you're chopping stuff, you're getting hand health, wrist health, forearm health, grip strength. You're improving your balance. It ticks all the boxes for health. Pushing a lawnmower, brilliant. Don't buy the robot, push it. Because by pushing it, it's resistance exercise. It's good for your back, it's good for your arms, it's good for your heart health, it's good for everything. So again, that's that element of society. That society's trying to make everything less movement. And replacing our lawnmowers is a really good analogy of it. Push the lawnmower, they're cheaper, and it becomes exercise. And be conscious of that, because that idea of using your body will keep you strong. That's the first thing from a movement perspective. Move more, generally, non-intense, just move, pick up things, move. You get that. Then you have to add an exercise. So exercise is the elixir. It's like walking. It's the elixir of health, with regards to aging. You have to lift something to make it the body challenged, to keep your muscle mass and keep your body strong. What do? You lift your body if you want. We're all weight. We do press-ups, we do squats, lunges, wall squats, tricep dips, step-ups. We're all a weight. So by shifting that weight, that's weight training, because you're moving a weight. It's really good for your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, your cellular health, your aerobic health, your bone structure. Or you can go to a gym, or you can do weights at home. It doesn't really matter. Once you're lifting something, we're pretty happy. Ireland is getting better. We're at about 1 in 10 now in terms of those who are going to weight-bearing movement in some way, shape, or form, which is much better than it was. It was way lower a couple of years ago. It's become quite trendy now, which is brilliant. So we need to do more of that. How much should you do? Minimum 1 session a week. And some people are often surprised by that. We do that with clients when they see me one-on-one in West Cork. I will only see them once a week. Guess what? They improve their bone strength. They reduce their risk of osteoporosis, or they change their osteoporosis profile from like a -2 to like a -1, or back down to 0. They have more muscle mass, less fat mass. By doing 1 session a week, it doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions. 1 session will deliver the benefits. Most people don't overly enjoy it, so do all the other stuff that you enjoy on top of that then. So your exercise needs to be enjoyable from an aging health perspective, because you're more likely to do it for life. That's what we want. Walking, cycling, running, swimming, surfing, hill walking, it doesn't really matter. Do it and surround yourself with others who do it. Okay? So we're asking you to move more from a daily perspective. We're asking you to lift weights in some way, shape, or form, just once a week. And then we're asking you to be flexible.